So, you've decided to walk down the business improvement pathway. This is exciting. This video is for you if you want clarity on how all those different terms, methodologies, and frameworks that you've heard of, how they all fit together. I am going to break this down so that you can see these terms are not scary or confusing. Instead, you can get some context and background. And at the next mixer, you can smile and nod, but actually know what the heck people are talking about. If you have a framework I didn't cover here, feel free to drop it in the comments so I can include it the next time. Let's start with that big umbrella term, continuous improvement. While many have their own definitions, this is a term which refers in a general way to all improvement frameworks, essentially referencing improvement activities that do not end. Business improvement is one application of continuous improvement tools. I break down continuous improvement in two parts: change management and process improvement. Change management handles the way the concepts and improvements are adopted by our businesses and our employees. In my opinion, this is essential to quality process improvement. Although for the most part, process improvement frameworks don't always incorporate change management into their programs, which is why I prefer the term continuous improvement, which includes both change management and process improvement. Change management has its own concepts and tools that focus on effective communication and sustainable change. We can use these tools when implementing process improvement, but businesses may also use these when acquiring a new company, creating a franchise, or reorganizing their businesses. Process improvement refers to the framework and methodologies that improve our processes. Essentially, everything we do to deliver a product or service to our customers. Unlike project management, in process improvement, it is common that the solution is unknown. The two most well-known process improvement methodologies are Lean and Six Sigma. These two work so well together that they're often used together as Lean Six Sigma. Within each of these, there are additional frameworks that have popularity in some industries. Lean, or lean manufacturing, developed in post-World War II Japan in Toyota. The tools and concepts within Lean are focused on reducing and eliminating waste, essentially enhancing value. Lean concepts started in Ford, then were adopted and canonized by Toyota and the Western consultants that went to Japan and brought their ideas back to the US and Europe. You might recognize words like Kaizen, Kanban, and Poka-yoke. Lean concepts are foundational to business, and whether or not they are referenced, they are the foundation of many additional frameworks. Lean Agile, Safe, or Scrum all have foundations based in Lean Six Sigma. The developers of Agile essentially took these Lean concepts and applied them to software development, borrowing the ones that made sense and adding concepts outside of Lean. Agile is an iterative approach to managing software development projects. Lean Kata is a practice which has become popular the last few years. Lean Kata, unlike other methodologies, is at its core a practice, which means it can be used across or on top of other frameworks and methodologies. Kata is quite simple. It asks you to build a routine where you ask 5 questions. What is the target condition? What is the actual condition now? What obstacles do you think are preventing you from reaching that target condition? Which one are you addressing now? What is your next step or experiment, and what do you expect from that? And 5, how quickly can we go and see what we've learned from that experiment? I've adopted this into my practice to a certain extent when I ask, what does a good day look like? While Lean works to simplify our processes, Six Sigma seeks to perfect them. Using statistics, Six Sigma works to ensure our processes have fewer than 3.4 defects per million opportunities. Six Sigma developed at Motorola and then was adopted by GE. Unlike Lean, Six Sigma has become more standardized in its training and belt classifications. While white belt, yellow belt, green belt, black belt, and master black belt are common terms, each consultancy can choose to develop their own structure around what is taught in these courses. Most courses leave students with a general understanding of basic statistics, statistical process control, control charts, failure modes and effects analysis, hypothesis testing, and root cause analysis. Six Sigma involves a lot more data than Lean. Quality circles or quality programs developed primarily out of Lean concepts, but also use significant amounts of Six Sigma tools. Lean and Six Sigma are generally project-focused, but with an eye for sustainment. To sustain these improvements, you put in controls so that they stay in control. Quality programs are often made up of these controls. Often these can be visual or in graphs or printouts that are shared at daily huddles. Finally, ISO, or International Standards Organization. ISO applies the best practices, many derived from Six Sigma style analysis, to hold industries, particularly engineers, to a given standard. Many organizations with robust Six Sigma programs may also have a commitment to ISO. This is really brushing the surface of all the ways out there that businesses can improve. Each methodology brings its own pros and cons. Most have their own pathways and trainings and certifications. Since I've had experience applying these across the world, I've seen how they connect and build upon each other, which is how I developed the B Opportunity pathway, using one concept at a time to create sustainable business improvement that is scalable and creates a culture of continuous improvement, which means regardless of how mature your processes are, you can see the next steps to improve your business, ensuring that any gaps are filled and a solid foundation is built for you and your business.